Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Tuesday, so we're here with Terry Johnson online. I'm taking my earrings off because they're clinking against my earphones. Like, is she getting ready for something? She's taking her earrings off.
And I'm
Yes.
adjusting my earbuds.
Yes, we're here with Terry Johnson online everywhere, our social media guru, all the way from New York City. We want to give a shout out to Francine Gregory, my partner, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. She's on the road streaming for our customers. And so we just want to wish her well in all her endeavors. And today we're going to be talking to Terry about the thing we care the most about, our audience, the people that we love to serve. So, without further ado, I introduce to some, present to others, Miss Terry Johnson. I'm Carolina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. How you doing, Terry?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
All is well. All is
I know,
well.
great, right? Yeah,
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 it's a blessing to
yeah.
be able. My grandmother used to say.
I love that. I love that.
Mhm.
I'm glad everyone's here today joining us. If you're here right now live, say hello, say where you're from. If you're watching a replay, you can put hashtag replay gang, or you could type whatever you want. We don't really care. I mean, we do
Mhm.
care, but I mean,
Yes, we
you can
do.
add whatever you like, whatever information you want to share with us, because this is our weekly marketing chat. And I'm Terry Johnson. As Terralina said, I'm Terry Johnson online. I'm here to talk about digital marketing, content marketing, social media strategy. We talk about branding, SEO, websites, everything that has to do with growing your business online. Okay, so that's why we're here. Um, I really would appreciate it if everyone would share this out, and I'm going to put this little banner up. Here we go. Please share this. That would, we would appreciate you inviting your audience to this audience. See how I tried it?
Mhm. Mhm.
Audience.
I like
So,
that.
yeah, so share this out wherever you are. We're on different platforms. So I know that you guys know how to share wherever you are.
Mhm.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much, because sharing is caring. If you care, you will share. I like that. I'm going to keep saying that. If you care, you will
You
share.
share.
We just
There
laughing
you
today.
go.
I mean, you gotta laugh with things so close
You
to
know
that
what?
day, and yeah,
Yeah, laughter is a merry medicine. So we just got to do that.
yeah, we do lots of that here. So if you don't like laughter, I don't know what to tell you. Because as I said, this is not a discussion where this is like a college lecture, and the
Oh, we do
professors
not want
talking.
to be talking heads, do we?
No, we're not
That,
talking. We want audience participation. We invite you to put in your thoughts, your opinions, your questions, whatever you want to know about today's topic or any digital marketing topic. Doesn't have to be what
mhm.
today topic is what we're going to talk about. If you have a question or anything, let me know.
Mhm.
Also, you can go here. I'm going to put this up real quick. This is supposed to be at the end of the show, but I'm putting it up now to say where you can find me, and then also I'm going to put it at the end. But if you have a question, you can ask
Mhm.
me. You can have the Biz Chicks join the Biz Chicks group. We're going to talk more about that at the end, about how to join the Biz Chick
Mhm.
group, and where to find us and things like that. Okay, everybody good? All right, great. Let me take a sip of water, guys.
Mhm. I just want to welcome everybody to the conversation, whether you're watching
Mm-hmm.
live or on the replay. We
Mm-hmm.
just want to let you know that we appreciate you and we thank you for your time.
Yes,
So,
thank you. We do
mhm.
appreciate it. Okay, so today's topic is
Mhm.
appeal to your audience. Now, last week I talked about an acronym, KYA. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to tell you, but I also would like for you to watch the replay from last week. We would appreciate that also. I'll put the link in after we're done with the show, and you can go and watch it. But KYA is know your audience. Now, I'm talking about audience because you need to know certain things about how
Mm-hmm.
to, grow your business online or start your business. If even if you have a Shopify store or something, like, you're in business, you're doing transactions that require that you're giving away, not giving away, you're selling goods and services. So you really are in exchange for money now. Goods and services in
Mm-hmm.
exchange for money. That means you're in business. So start thinking of yourself as a business owner, because a lot of things are going online. Businesses are online, whether they're brick and mortar or not. They are online. They have an online business presence. So that's really, what we're talking about today. That some people may not consider themselves business owners if they have a Shopify store, and I'm here to say that you are, because you're exchanging goods and services for money. That's a business. Now, you may not be
Okay.
incorporated. You may not have the proper paperwork. Now, there are some paperwork that your state and your local area requires if you're in a business, and we're not going to talk about that, but you might want to investigate that just to protect yourself. But
Yes.
that's a thing to look at. But if you have an online store, if you're selling on Instagram Live, which is the really hot thing now, selling on Instagram Live. We talked a little bit about that on Friday, but um, those are business practices. You're conducting business. So you must consider, or you need to just to consider yourself a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that important? Because you need to categorize things. It makes everything work better. You're more organized. You know what you're doing when you categorize things. Okay, so that's
Mm-hmm.
why I say, where we talk here on every week about digital marketing, I always try to categorize things or put them in an order that makes sense. Like September, we talked about back to basics. The month before that, we
Yes.
were talking about content and content marketing, which we'll talk a little bit more about today and going forward, because content is the fuel for your
Ah.
strategy online. A lot of people don't know that. And when I say content, I mean written post, written word, video, which is
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing now, live streaming, and audio, which is podcasting and, or recording your voice for someone to listen to later as an MP3 file. But that's content. And that's the fuel that makes your strategy run online, your presence run online. It makes your feeds, your accounts on Instagram and Facebook and wherever, you must feed it content. You have to. Now, here's the key. I would say maybe 5, 6 years ago, or maybe 10, you could post anything and you would get the attention because it
Mm-hmm.
was new. Now, when
Mm-hmm.
anything is new, you pay attention to it, right? The first time you go, oh, and then you start, oh my God, that's so amazing. And then when you see it again, you go,
Oh.
yeah, that's okay. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're now in the point, as far as content marketing and doing everything online for your business. You can't just post anything anymore, is the point I'm trying to get to. You can't post anything. I mean, you can, but what kind of engagement will you receive from that? Will you get any
Mm-hmm.
conversations? And I'm not an advocate of likes, but will you get any likes? And some people like to use that rule of thumb, that metric.
As a
And
gauge. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, don't use the likes as the end all be all of engagement. The absolute gold medal of engagement is getting someone to talk to you, and you getting in a conversation and building a relationship that leads to them purchasing something from you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They call that a conversion in
Ah.
my world. They call it, in marketing speak, that's called the conversion. A like is great. A comment is even better. But if you can get them, and they call this a funnel, I say the path. If you can get them the path, and at the end of it, they're buying from you, I say
Mm-hmm.
that's a conversion. That's a successful metric. That's one you want to
Yes.
pay attention to. Okay. So you don't want to
Mm-hmm.
do things that aren't putting you on that path. And Pat is here.
She
Hey,
was.
Pat. Mm-hmm. She's here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
And Claudia.
yeah, and I was
I'm
asking
looking for.
Pat if she had
Mm-hmm.
toys this year. So,
Oh.
because there is
Mm-hmm.
going to be a shortage, and we're looking for some other resource for these toys
Yes.
where we know that they will A, arrive on time, and B, that they're safe and they're unique. Because I think this
Okay.
is a
Let's
year for
let's talk
unique.
about that. Let's talk about that for a second before I move on
Mm-hmm.
to the rules and stuff that I have here. Like, oh, do this, do that. So Pat she's a toy maker, and we can say that
Yes.
she's a toy maker, and this is the perfect time right now to start getting attention because for Christmas, because it used to be before the pandemic that Christmas attention started the day of Thanksgiving or the day after. Now that's no longer true because we're not in the same patterns we were last year, which people were going to the office,
Mm-hmm.
things were happening. I would say you want to say normal. I'm just saying that's what people say normally.
Mm-hmm.
um but now we had Amazon Prime Day last week, which was 2 days of
Instead of
doorbuster
one.
deals. hmm
Mm-hmm.
Amazon Prime Day, 2 days of doorbuster sales and deals that you can't miss in October. Now, Prime Day used to be in July before we are in the spot we're at now because getting Christmas attention in July was something out of the ordinary, and it appealed to
Mm-hmm.
Amazon's audience of Amazon has, we have the what is it? The I'm losing my thought here. They have the membership,
Oh.
prime membership that you
Mm-hmm.
spend, you pay a year and you get all of this, you get
Free
all of these,
shipping, and
you get free shipping, you get I'm losing my words today. You
you
get
get audio, you
you
get
get Prime
videos.
Video, you get
Mm-hmm.
music, right? You get all of those things when you get your Prime membership. So Amazon is like, okay, we're gonna appeal to our audience in July for Christmas stuff. It's like, who's doing that? Nobody. So the first 2 times they did really well, Amazon, but now, and I talked about this, how other brands and companies were jumping on the bandwagon. Walmart was starting to do the same thing as the Prime Day
Mm-hmm.
time. A couple others, Best Buy, whatever. So now that kind of attention where you're doing something that stands out. Christmas in July, oh my God. Black Friday in July, that was a thing. Now it's pretty much like, okay, well, people are giving out deals every day because people are online shopping because they're working from home or they're bored or whatever the reason is. Now, Pat put up a comment. Thank you, Pat. Pat says, not sure. Right now, I don't have the money to invest in materials. My revenue is way down and I'm kind of scrambling. Okay, that's not good to hear.
Call us.
But oh yes.
Call me Pat.
But see, this is the thing with what Pat is doing with her
Mm-hmm.
toys. Not that she's doing it right now, but the situation would be, okay, everyone's working from home. If I have the means to work on creating more toys, if I have the budget
Mm-hmm.
for it or whatever, this would be the perfect time to appeal to the audience because everybody's in the mind of Christmas shopping. Even though people are going, what are you talking about? Christmas? No, they're talking about it now. There is no more Black
Mm-hmm.
Friday the day after Thanksgiving because
And
we don't have that
and
anymore.
I think the other thing that has Christmas on our minds is we know that there's going to be a lot of need this Christmas. We have
Right.
had so many weather incidents,
Yes.
and between fires and floods and storms, and you know there's going to be a serious need. And so people are looking for ways to help Toys for Tots and other charities. Um, Terry, you know what I mean? Even if your children
hmm
have are grown and out of the house, we're looking for some way to help.
Right. See,
So,
everything, the attention for Christmas has moved up. There's, on TV, there's the Hallmark Channel. They're doing Christmas right now because people want that familiarity with the past. So if you can connect with that and you have the budget for it, like Pat, if she had the budget for it, this would be the time to make those toys that are nostalgic and make a connection that appeals to the audience. See what I'm saying? Appealing to the audience and starting now instead of waiting for, we can no longer wait because, well, Black Friday, that's when everything happens. No, you start doing it now to get the attention, to build the momentum, to appeal to the audience.
Yeah.
Okay, do we get that? That's what I'm talking about. Appealing to your audience where they are. Nostalgia is a big thing right now in TV, movies, books, everything, online, everything. People want to remember a time when it was pre-pandemic and everything was kind of okay. Now, there are groups of people in the segment in society that never were okay, but we're not getting into the political side of that. I'm talking about the emotional side of appealing to the audience, because there is a consensus that, well, a lot of people out of work. I understand that and we empathize, but there are other people who are not out of work, who have discretionary income, and they want to spend because they want to get out of this pandemic world of, okay, that's all that's on the news, that's everywhere, and I understand that, but I emotionally and mentally need to go back to something from my childhood or something when I felt better, when it was a good time in my life.
Me smile.
Yes, that's it. See, thank you, Tara. I knew you were going to put it together. Something that makes me smile. That's your inroad right now. And this is with business owners. You have to be in the mindset of, it's not, oh, nobody's going to buy because everybody's out of work. That's not true. If everybody was out of work, our economy, we wouldn't be doing there would be no TV, there would be no book, there would be no manufacturing, there would be nothing. So certain segments, yes, things are bad, but you have to try to get yourself into the mindset of, okay, I need a smile, or I need to make somebody else smile. And something will come out of that. And I'm going to bring this up real quick, that at the beginning of, the shutdown and everything, DJ D-Nice, he was a rapper in the 80s as a kid, but now he DJs and stuff. So he was, quarantined, and he said, I'm losing my mind. There's nothing to do. What can I do? He decided to spin records for free on Instagram Live. Just songs that everybody liked. Like, he was at online party and he wasn't getting paid. He didn't see at the end of this road he was going to get paid, but he kept doing it. And then eventually brands started to want to reach out and appeal to his audience, because his audience started like 20,000 people, then 50,000 and 100,000, I think maybe 500,000. So he used that and turned it in, and it went into brands contacting him because they wanted his Instagram Live audience or Snapchat or wherever he was doing it at. He was doing it at different places. So they reached out to him, and it ended up that he was on, what was he on, the Emmy Awards? Something he was on a few weeks ago. The Emmy Awards, or some kind of award that would have been a big deal because it would have been live on TV. But he got there from doing the Instagram Live. And how do I know that? Because this is an 80s rapper that, if you don't remember 80s rap, or you are into that or whatever, the average audience today they don't know who D-Nice is, but I do, because I remember, I was like, D-Nice, yeah. But now he's a DJ, and he started spinning records for free. Everybody's in the conversation in the audience. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah, keep it going. So he started doing it like every Saturday or something, and the momentum grew, and then he got the attention. So this is where the influencer marketing part of it comes in, with the appeal to your audience, because that's one of the things that you can do is influencer marketing. That means that you are leveraging someone else's audience to get attention to your thing.
Now, here's the deal. I wonder if Pat is still here. Pat, are you still here? Because Pat is a DJ.
All right.
So, Pat, you could start spinning records. People like what they hear from that genre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because see what you're doing is you have, this is the deal. You have to build your audience to do anything. I see a lot of people that, oh, I'm going to start a Shopify store, or I'm going to start an online business, and then I'm going to sell a course, and then nobody buys the course. Well, why is that? Well, you have an audience. You have to have an audience. Remember, I said last week that everybody's not your customer, everybody's not your audience. So you have to decide, okay, know your audience, know who they are, know their behaviors, and that's where you appeal to them now with the right kind of content. So D Nice is a DJ, but he's always involved in music as a kid, and he was doing something that he loved. He wasn't doing it to say, well, so and so is going to pay me after this. He didn't do it for that. He was just doing it. Pat says, oh, here she goes. Pat says, I'm actually thinking of putting on a Halloween event on Zoom. I'll keep you posted. See, there you go. You should do that. But see, the thing is, you should advertise that now. Like post. I'm doing a Halloween Zoom post. It's got to go everywhere. You get more people to come, and they go, wow, that was nice. And they go, well, what's the next event? And you go, next event. Then you say, hey.
And I would invite people who are in facilities, or you know what I mean, because that is her audience,
right?
To come
and locally
to join the party online.
Yeah, because see, that could go into birthday parties, Christmas parties, whatever, and then you build the momentum of getting people to come to her show, because she has a show on YouTube and Facebook. Bull City Notes. I always mess it up, Pat. I'm so sorry. I know it's Durham Skywriter. I think the show is called Bull City Notes. Put it in the comments if I mix it up again, because I mix it up last time. I don't mean to do that, because I always want to say Bull Durham for the movie.
I know. And because it's Durham, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So that's
But see, locally that could work, because she could do that, and then it involves other people saying, hey, can you DJ? We have a Zoom birthday party, or we have grandma's party on Zoom, because we don't want to give grandma any kind of, we want her to be here, so we're going to have a social distance party on Zoom or wherever, because Zoom is not the only place, but an online live streaming a thing. Can you DJ for us? We'll pay you. Okay. Then it starts out like that. Here she goes. She's got it for me. Durham Skywriters Bull City Hangout. I appreciate the mention. No problem. So it's Bull City Hangout. I was like, wow, I'm saying Bull City Notes. Bull City Hangout. And I got it for the next time. I'm gonna have it right, Pat. No worries. So, but see, that's something she could do locally, because it's something in her wheelhouse. You have to do something in your wheelhouse. That means something that you have some experience or knowledge of. And also you have the passion for it. That passion, people say, oh, follow your passion. What I'm going to tell you what that really means is that you have to love it, because you're going to be doing it over and over and over and over and over and over. So if you don't love it, if you don't have a passion for it, it's going to get old real fast. And then you're going to what? Give it up. Right?
Yeah.
You're going to give it up. Okay, Pat says, I had a DJ gig a couple days ago on Zoom, a voting party put on by the... See, we're already... we're here. There you go. But see, so what's the key to that is momentum and consistency. Is doing it. See, this is the problem, I'm going to say, with a lot of things that are going wrong with digital marketing, people in business and trying to do stuff online. They give up before the magic happens. And it ties into what I just said, that if it's not in your wheelhouse and you're not passionate and you don't love doing it, you're going to give it up. And then guess what? The thing that everybody else is saying about social media and online and Instagram and TikTok and this, it's not going to happen for you, because you're giving up, because you're saying, I'm not getting paid. And this is the deal with a lot of businesses, especially when they go on Facebook groups, they immediately start posting about selling stuff. Well, hold on, wait a minute. I don't know you. You just joined this group, or, we don't know you. How about introduce yourself? How about join the little conversations over here and there that other people are having? Put your 2 cents in, and then when the time is right and you see the opportunity, you say, hey, I'm offering the solution to your problem. Do you want to know more? You don't go buy my this right away, because that's not. And we talked last week about dating. We're going to talk about it right now a little bit. But that's not, you go on that date, you don't go right to marriage. You don't go, oh, marry. We had such a good date, marry me. Ain't happening that way. There's a progression. There's a relationship. So that's what I'm saying about appealing to your audience. You appeal,
and
you
so
know them.
Don't let your first appeal be a booty call.
Hey, keeping it real. So you're going to start with knowing your audience, because you have to appeal to them. That's what you have to do. And you have to think of the things, the content, the ways of how do they want to hear this message from me? What appeals to them? What do they resonate with? And how do you find all of that out? Is by putting out content that you think they might like, or you ask them what they want to hear. And then how do you know what works? You look at the analytics. Remember we talked about that last month? The analytics. Every platform that you're on has a way for you to, and they show you in charts or numbers or a green arrow or a red arrow. You know what green arrows mean? It's going up. That means good. A red arrow going down means what?
It's not going well.
I might have to check a little something over here, over there. But see, that's what it is. There's work involved. I always say this. There's work involved when you're doing digital marketing strategy, when you're trying to grow your business. There's work, and people go, I don't have time for that. It's too hard. This. I'm like, well, if you don't want to do it, then you pay somebody else who wants to do it.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So that's it. It's very simple. You're going to put your time in. You're going to make content, and you might suck at it. It might be bad at the beginning. Everybody starts at 0, but guess what? If you consistently do it, you will get better, guaranteed. If you keep doing it, it works with digital marketing, social media. It works with piano lessons. It works with riding a bike. It works with fishing. Practice makes perfect. Why do you think they say that? It works. It works with almost everything you're trying to learn. You're trying to learn a new language. What do? Practice. Do it.
Listen.
Listen. You do it. Riding a bike. You practice. Piano. You practice. An instrument. You practice. I was on the band in high school, and that was a thing. We practiced all summer. For football games, it's dark out there, but our band director is telling us, pick those feet up, do this, that, and we're like, oh, but it got better. And then when it was time to put on the show during halftime, we did it. We hit the marks. We picked up our feet, played the right note. We turned at the right time. All of that comes from practice. So it's the same thing. I don't know why people want to set it and forget it with digital marketing.
I have no idea. It's just, I think one of the problems too is that digital marketing is changing so rapidly that when they go back, there's something else that they have to learn or discover. And people are like, I'm just, with all of the other stuff, I think it's a lot. Right now, people are not looking for change. Unless it's for the positive.
But it has changed. But things have changed. Things have changed. But see, the thing with digital marketing is you have to find the right lead. You have to follow the right leader. It doesn't have to be a guru. This person, well, everybody listens to so and so. I need to listen. No, you find the person that speaks right to you. That the words coming out of their mouth, the things that they're sharing, the things that are talking about, it resonates with you. And you follow that person. And if they keep saying, okay, guys, this is what's going on this week, or this is the new thing, or I want you to pay attention to this because you're going to come up against it, or it's going to happen to your website, or it's going to happen to your social media accounts. You need to know that. So that's what you do. That's the community part of this, where you follow 1 or 2 people that you say, hey, what comes out of their mouths, I know they have the right intention. They're coming from the heart. It's not to sell me anything. So I'm going to be a part of their community. I'm going to join the things that they ask me to join because know, like, trust. Remember, we talked about that. So that's a part of it. But that part comes from you. So that's why there's all kind of people talking about digital marketing online now. But you have to decide, who do I want to follow? Who do I want to, listen to and say, hey, I kind of like their advice. I tried it. It worked for me. Or, I like what they're saying or the way they say it. So I'm going to follow them. That's what you do in order to not let, all of the confusing changes. Digital marketing always changing. Always. That's why every day I'm paying attention to what the news is, what this is doing, what Snapchat is doing, what is TikTok doing, what is Facebook, because those things, they're going to affect you. So I gotta pay attention to that. So that's the way to keep ahead of that. You don't have to join 100 groups. I joined 100 groups, and you join my group, and I tell you. That's how it works. So you don't have to worry about, well, I don't have time to chase down this or understand that. I don't have time for that because I've got this thing I'm doing. I'm running this business. I got the Shopify. I'm doing this. I'm a coach. I'm a this. I'm a that. Whatever it is, you need to focus on that. Okay. You don't have time to chase down, well, what's the latest trend? That's where you come to me or whoever you decide to follow. And I tell you that because I'm in all of the groups. I'm the one listening to 100 things at a time and picking out stuff saying, oh, I better pay attention to this because, my people might need to know this. See, that's how it works. So that cuts down on the confusion. When you join Twitter, I'll give you an example of this. Twitter has been described as a fire hose of information. I think Brian Fanzo said that. It's a fire, and you know what a fire hose is? When you're at the fire and the firemen, they got that hose that the water's coming out at a high pressure because they got to put the fire out. But that's what Twitter is. Information it's just coming. So how do you filter that out? Twitter has lists. You either follow a small amount of people. Again, you follow people that you like what they're saying, or you filter all of that into a list. And lists are, this is a group of journalists. This is a group of fashion bloggers. This is a group of people who talk about jewelry. This is the people who talk about makeup. This is the people who talk about, it's topical. So you focus on the topics and interests that you want, that you care about. That's how it works. So you have to do that in everything. You have to say, well, when I go on Instagram, it's so much stuff. Well, you either have to stop following a lot of people, or you can follow hashtags on Instagram that you concerned about. Jewelry, golf, makeup, fashion. They all have hashtags. And you search. You see one and you say, hey, I like to post in this hashtag. Let me follow it. And then you follow that. So it's filtering. You have to filter everything. I don't think a lot of people know how to do it or know that that's what they should do. Same thing with Facebook on your personal profile. Did you know that you can filter out who you see by lists on Facebook? You don't have to see every post from everybody that you're friends with. You don't. Facebook has those options to filter. So that's what you need to do, filter. All right. So let me get to, wait, before I go to my notes, does everybody have any questions or you understand what we have been talking about so far? Because I want to make sure that we got it. So this is the deal with appealing to your audience. You want to hook the audience. You want to make them stick around. You want them sticky. You want to think sticky content. And I'm saying sticky as in it gets their attention and it's like fly paper. Fly paper. Remember that old stuff with the fly and get sticky and they can't get off of it?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. So you're going to do that because you want them to stick around so you can build the relationship, gain the trust, and get the call and use the call to action to get them to what? Buy from you. That's a whole customer journey relationship. But a part of that is knowing your audience, and now we're talking appealing to your audience. Now, a couple things you need to think about with your audience is you need empathy. You need to think about how they are what they're thinking about, how they're feeling right now, and you need empathy for that. you also need to have some emotion. You need to be a human. You need to talk to them like you're at a party or you're at a network event or you're face to face with a store. How would you talk to a potential customer? How would you talk to them? Hi, how are you? What's going on with you today? What are you looking for? Well, I can show you da da da. But you're not going to talk like that. But I'm just saying those are the things that you're doing online when you're having a conversation. You know how to have a conversation, so have one. Don't just copy and paste what somebody else is doing. Well, this person is doing this and saying that. I need to do it. No, you need to use your own word. Use your words. Use your own words. Okay. So that's really, the basis of what we're talking about now. I had a couple of things that, ways for you to appeal to your target audience. One of them was emotion. So you want to go with your emotions. You also want to emphasize time of your audience. That means you're respectful of their time. We said this before, that they're busy. A little less so because now everybody's working from home. But before the pandemic, it was like, okay, so a working mom would have to go to work and then take the kids to soccer practice and then piano lessons and this and that. So it wasn't a lot of time available to get their attention. But now most people are working from home, or unfortunately they're not employed, but you can still get their time, their attention, because they're looking online for solutions. So think about how what you do could fit into a solution for these people, but you also want to respect their time. You don't want to waste their time. It's like, we're doing this live. We're only doing an hour. We're not doing 2 hours. That's too much. We want to respect your time. An hour worth of conversation, and then, hey, you think about it, and then you may have a conversation or not, or you may reach out to us or not. But that's how it goes. You want to emphasize the time and respect their time of the audience. I work with influencers. That's the part where I was talking about. We were talking about with Pat, and then also I was saying about D Nice. D Nice is an influencer, the DJ. D Nice, he's an influencer. There's several others. There are influencers in makeup and fashion and everywhere. You know them. They're the big names that people throw around. I'm trying to think of some now, but
Gary
everybody.
V.
Gary V's an influencer. I mean, he wouldn't call himself that, but he is one.
He is.
Yeah. If you have an audience that, like I said earlier, people that follow you and they consume your content and they spread the word about you, you're an influencer. You want to use influencer marketing as especially a small business, as trying to garner someone else's attention, to latch on and get their attention, because the two audiences might be a fit. Think of influencer as that. And it doesn't have to be, well, you need somebody that has like 1 million followers. No, an influencer, they have something called micro influencers now. Someone with 3,000 followers, but they're targeted 3,000 followers. I mean, that's a person that has a community. Like, and I said earlier about following what they do online, and sharing their information, talking about them, word of mouth, that kind of thing. So a lot of micro influencers with smaller groups, like 3,000, 5,000 people, what have you, if they're targeted, they can connect with a larger brand. And that brand will pay them because they want the influence of that smaller audience, because it's concentrated, and those people will pay attention to what the brand has to offer. So in the case of us, a small business, there are people that you can reach out to and say, hey, your audience is made up of moms that, whatever, and I would like to connect with your audience. How much do you charge to sponsor a post? And they say, excuse me, my eye is itching. $25, $55, whatever the amount is. Make sure it fits in your budget, and then you work on the post, what you needed to say. You need a call to action. Now, if you're paying for anything, whether it's ads or influencer marketing, anything, you need a call to action, which is you want them to go to your website and buy. You want them to go to your Instagram and buy. You want them to go to your whatever and buy. You want them to go on your email list. That's a call to action. Whatever it is, where you're getting their information to talk to them later. Or if they're ready to buy, they might instantly buy. Because, we got Instagram Live now with shopping. Facebook Live with shopping. Facebook events where you're selling things right on the live. So that is starting to become a thing. But that is that is the influencer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ask questions. Ask questions of your audience. The better you know them, the better you can meet their needs. Always talk to them. Engage. Ask. What's going on with you guys? Is there anything I can do for you right now? Let me know. You could do that on the stories. You don't have to do that on the feed. You can do it on your feed. Like for Instagram, you can put a post saying, I'm here to help you. If you have any questions, put them in the comments or DM me. Or you could put that in the stories. You could go on and say for a couple seconds, I've got some time right now. Does anybody have any questions about XYZ or this or that? I'm available to answer them. Send me a DM. And then with Instagram stories, you can put a sticker that says DM. And all they have to do is tap it and send a message right to you. And of course, you're going to respond right away or as soon as you can. Not going to let it sit around. Okay. So that's one of the things. Ask questions. And also, you want to what ties into that is focusing on their needs. What are the needs of the audience? Make sure that they haven't changed. You have to, again, ask questions. Do some investigative work online, some research, look at what your industry topic is online. What are people that are in the industry? What are they talking about? What are the trends? What are some things that they might want to have in the future? You can start working on that. But you can also build the breadcrumbs and ask, I read about this today. What do you guys think? You always want to get the answers because that helps them fill the need, and it also helps you appeal to your audience because you're filling a need. You're meeting their needs. You're giving them the solution. You're helping them. It's always about that first because the sales come later. Does everybody agree with that? Okay, so those are some of the ways that appeal to the audience. There are a couple more, but I really want to wrap this up because, again, I want to be respectful of everybody's time because I will keep going and going. So I don't want to do that. But if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Let us know. Terlene, you had anything you want to add?
I just want to say that it may feel really like a slog right now because of our personal feelings and then having, all of these things and now to try to run a business. Guys, you got to power through. You got to power through, and I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know that there are people out there who are buying. There are people out there who are shopping. And they're going to get it from somewhere. Why not from you?
Yes.
And because emotionally, it may feel like, wow, how can I ask people to purchase things and For one thing, people have to replace things, even those who've been through something. Yes. The other thing is that it's the season of giving. People are buying things so they can help others. So I just want to encourage you to run your business like every other year that you ran your business. And those people who want what you have will seek you out and purchase from you.
See, there you have it. You can't be in the mindset of no one's buying. People are buying. It's just that the way that they got the product or service before has changed. The distribution has changed. We're no longer going to buy the things we need. They're coming to us. So I don't want you to think that, well, no one's buying. That's not true. I think in the beginning in March when we were talking about this, I think Kimberly came on and she was saying her business was better than ever. And this was like in March. So don't let the the doomsday and everything on the news. Try not to listen to all of that. Get into your business, know your audience, talk to your audience, appeal to them, learn what they want to know and do or have or what problems they're having, and you're going to figure out a way to give it to them. That's how your business grows, by making sales. But I want you to remember that what you want to do is you want to create content that hooks the audience, keep them on, so you can build a relationship, gain the trust, and get that call to action to have them buy from you. So that's really what it's about. So you want to appeal to your audience. You want to do the things that are going to say, hey, you know what? I need to be there, and I need to follow this person and learn what I can because things are going on. Okay, let me see. Oh, Khalid is here.
Yes.
Khalid, hey, says I really needed to hear that today. Thank you. Now, action, action, action.
Really,
Khalid,
Khalid.
I'm really glad you said that because, and Tachi's here. Hey, Tachi.
I saw your
Khalid, I'm
posting
glad.
of the camera, Tachi. Well
Oh
done.
yeah,
I'm looking
yeah.
forward to seeing your posts. Uh-huh.
So Khalid, I'm really glad that he said that because that's why I felt like we needed to say this, that things are happening. Your industry might be in a holding pattern, because I have some travel clients and their things are in a holding pattern. But there are things that you could do to keep the momentum going, to appeal to the audience. And you might not be in sales mode, but you need to be in information mode. You want to be top of mind. You want to still touch them and say, hey, I'm here. We're always here for you. This is what's happening. When things get better, you might want to think about doing this. You might want to do that. And when you're ready, I'm here, ready and able to help you get the things that you want to get, to achieve the things you want to achieve, to make the solution happen. Excuse me. So those are the things you want to do.
Keep in mind, people, that this is a global economy and that other countries may be doing much better than us. So, it's not a narrow audience.
Right. You never know who you're reaching, especially when you're doing live like this, or when you're putting out a post on social media, or when you're posting. You never know who you're going to touch and who that person is going to tell. And that person they tell may be your customer. That person may become your customer in the future. You don't know. So never say, well, no one's listening, no one's watching, no one's reading. Keep going. Keep going. Keep doing what you need to do. Be consistent with it. Like I said, you might give up before the magic happens. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. That's the message I want to talk about today, especially with appealing to your audience. You want to keep them in mind. You want to know more about them. You want to develop that relationship because it's going to lead on the path to sales. That's what you need to remember. So that's the message I want to get today. Thank you for all the comments and the Pat her I don't want to say situation, her journey with the toys, creating the toys. We want to keep we want to keep going with that. I love that she's doing the DJ thing locally. Keep doing that. The momentum builds when you keep doing it, even though you think, well, nobody's watching. That's not true. You never know when people are gonna hop on and join, and you never know when it's
North Carolina.
You never know where it's going to come from. So keep doing it. Be inspired. Let your audience guide you. Talk to them. They're going to carry you. It may be one person, but they're going to carry you. They're going to be there for you. So trust in that. And let's put up
how to connect.
Find me. Yeah, this is where you can find me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, the website, everywhere. Connect with me. I'm really feeling LinkedIn right now, so that's a good place to find me. Yeah, I've been active on LinkedIn because I'm going to talk about it soon. And I haven't been. Yeah, I wasn't using LinkedIn for years. I've had an account since 2011. I don't know, but I wasn't using it. So now I'm really using it, and we'll probably talk about that in a chat to come. Also, join the Biz Chicks group. Helene has got.
Don't forget that to join Biz Chicks, you can just text Biz to 33777. We'd love to have you be a part of our community. Come on over, join the conversations. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm being paid, so
so we gotta go. Thank you for watching today, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Coach Karen will be here. Thank you for all the chat and discussion, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, and remember to go to the front of your own line. Bye-bye.
Bye.